Okay, so progress has been slow. And I know I haven't been making any videos to update anybody. I've just been so busy, so sorry for that. But I'll get into a little bit of, what's finished and then what I want to show you guys today, okay? I know a lot of people are subscribed to my channel from like Fox Body stuff, and I've made a video about this particular subject before, but I don't think like the Datsun guys, maybe they do, but like the Datsun community maybe doesn't know about painting your door panels or interior panels, okay? So a lot of Fox Body guys do it to change the color of their interior, and it works pretty good. It's, I'll show you on this car. This car here, all the panels were painted. They used to be gray, okay? Now they're black. Everything's black. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but the like the center console and all that, this was all gray before, and it's all been painted. So the other door panel too. And believe it or not, these seats were painted black too. All this vinyl has been painted. Now, that's probably been 3 years like that, and none of it's peeled, okay? Because it's more of like, kind of like a dye, I guess you'd call it, not necessarily paint, okay? But, all right, so first, we'll just go over what we're working on here. I'm doing assembly, okay? I kind of shifted from working on the engine over to doing like assembly, and we got the doors assembled. Everything works really good on these doors, as you can see. Okay, we've got the hatch assembled, got the hatch glass in. Doing the hatch glass took like 2 years off my life. But anyway, got the spoiler on, and the lock and all that. Everything works really good. Yeah, and I also got all of the weather stripping in. I still need to do the little pieces here, but it's all glued in using some weather stripping sealer. And yeah, everything fits really good. You know, like these new rubber seals, they're kind of stiff. So the hatch doesn't sit quite perfect all the way down, but I think over time, when it gets hot and warms up, it'll kind of seat itself. So got all that. I got to do the other door, but yeah, got all that done. But anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at. It's test fitting the seat a little bit. I got to get new covers for the seat. I'm probably just going to order some covers, and I'll redo it, rip those off. And then since we're changing everything to black, I'll make them black and paint all the trim on the seat too. And yeah, so anyway, I'll get into exactly how you do this. What you're going to need is, let's see. First off, you're gonna get this SEM vinyl prep spray. Okay, this cleans it and kind of softens up the vinyl in order for it to accept the dye. Okay, so you need that. And then whatever color you want. Let's see, I should have some. It's in here somewhere. Color cut, okay? So you get this on Amazon. I chose Landau Black because it's pretty much a really good match to any black interior. Okay, it's SEM color coat, flexible coating. So, like I said, it's kind of like a dye. So these are the two things you're gonna need, all right? And what else? I'm gonna tape off this trim here so I don't paint that. And these door panels are not perfect. Let's see, I'll show you. I did paint, let's see. Grab this other door panel too. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of repair work on these panels themselves. So this used to be brown, okay? This is the cover that goes over the hatch, and this used to be the same color as this, and I dyed this too, and you can see how it came out. Looks really good. So this is the part that goes right here and covers up your door lock. Okay, so I'll leave that out so I can install that later. But So I ordered also a little vinyl repair kit because there's a couple spots that has a little bit of damage to it, and I'm gonna see if I can repair that. I know it may not be perfect, but I'm trying not to spend like $400 on brand new door panels. So this will be a much cheaper option, and then I'll have to get some brand new felt too. But as you can see, there's a rip here, so that we're gonna have to repair that. So I just ordered one of those, like, you know, vinyl kits you see that you can repair vinyl or leather. So I'm gonna try to repair that like after I paint it. So I'll paint it and then we'll come back and repair these little spots. But I think it's just there and on the top over there. So not that big of a deal. We can work with it and try to make it look really good. The other thing we'll need to paint is these door handles. So you can see how bad they look. They look pretty nasty. And these will paint up nice. They'll look really good once we paint them. And what else? I know there's another couple pieces. There's the other door handle. What else? Yeah, and then I don't know where I'm gonna get these chrome pieces. Look pretty rough. I may paint those, maybe paint them black. I don't know, we'll see. But so yeah, let's start off. We're gonna use like a rag, just a normal, it doesn't really matter what, cut up t-shirt. And we're gonna start wiping this. Well, okay, first of all, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tape off the trim. So I'll do that, and then we'll come back and then we'll start wiping it down with the vinyl prep spray. Okay guys, so I got it, so I have it taped off, and I've been spraying a little bit of this on there. You don't need a lot. It goes pretty far, so you're just gonna kind of wipe it in. And it does clean a little bit. It takes off some of the stains. There's probably some stains that won't come out, but that's okay. We're gonna make it all black anyway. Just kind of wipe every surface you can. Kind of get the idea of what's going on here. All right, so you're gonna kind of want to let that dry. It's gonna make it look shiny, okay? And that's okay, that's what you want. I'm gonna move this into this little room here, my little machine shop, and so I don't get any overspray on the car. Although it really doesn't overspray. It's kind of an interesting type of paint. It's like a dye, and it's not like normal paint. It doesn't like go up in the air and atomize. It just, like I said, it's just a weird kind of a paint. Let's see, let's move in here. This room I don't care about. I've painted all kinds of things in here, so let me let that dry a little bit longer. And the directions they're, you know, you can look at the directions too. Temporarily softens your substrate. Promotes adhesion of top coat. Removes dirt and grease, easy to use. So kind of like I was saying, it kind of softens the vinyl and allows the dye to penetrate. Okay, so yeah, it's starting to dry a little bit, but we'll wipe it down a little bit more. And when I've done this before, I've actually done it while this it's like a little still like tacky and wet. I guess that's just the way it works. So all right, let's start shaking up our paint here. Again, I got this on Amazon. It was probably like maybe 3 years ago for like 17 bucks. So now, 3 years later, it's probably $75. So check it out for yourself. I don't know. The way inflation's going, it's probably way more than what I paid. But anyway. And another thing about this stuff here, it's almost impossible to make it run. Like you can put as much as you want on there. It doesn't really run. It soaks in or it dries. So it doesn't, You know, you don't have to be like a really good painter in order to do this. Do a light coat first, just like you would do anything else. I don't know if you can tell or not, but like there's no like mist in the air. This stuff doesn't do that. It doesn't like go up in the air and create like paint fumes. So definitely different than normal paint. Yeah, your first coat is definitely not going to come out looking perfect, so, but that's okay. Just keep doing it. I may have to order more of this. I think I only have this bottle and then maybe one more. But to do all the panels, I might need a little bit more paint. Okay, let that sit for a few minutes and I'll add another coat. All right, so let's do we'll do coat number 2. You can just you can lay this stuff on really thick too. Like I said, it really doesn't run, it just kind of soaks in. We are definitely starting to run out though. So I'm gonna have to pay that $75 inflation cost on this stuff. Make sure you get all your edges. So even though some places look shiny and some look dull, it'll all dry the same. Okay, when it dries, it all comes out looking the same. So that'll be coat number 2. I might do one more and I'll show you what I mean, even on this panel. You can see once it dries, it just comes out the really even tone. So again, it's like a really forgiving paint. You don't have to be an expert, just lay it on there, get it on there, and let it dry. So I'll let that dry. We'll come back, we'll do another coat, and I think it'll be done. And then I'll probably be out of the paint. I'll probably be out of it. So, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna paint this one because obviously I don't have enough paint, but I'll put this side-by-side comparison, like maybe by the car, and then I'll use that like the thumbnail, and then I'll show you guys the difference, okay? I don't know if I'm going to install it because I want it to fully dry before I start handling it. But you guys get the idea, and that's what I wanted to show. So, okay, so I wanted to show a little side-by-side comparison here of the 2 door panels. You can see I had to touch it up just a little bit on the top. So it's still a little bit wet, but I propped it up over here so that you guys could see it. This part down here, all this is dry. But the top I had to touch up just a little bit because I wasn't able to get up in this corner here whenever it was laying flat. But yeah, I mean, it looks really good. You could tell, I mean, and if it lasts, you know, you saved yourself a bunch of money on buying new door panels. Like I said, I still have to do some vinyl repair there and then a little bit on the corner over there, but overall it's really not that bad. So yeah, and I had enough paint. I ran out, but I did have enough. This is still wet too, but I had enough to do the armrest and also the lock knob too. So I painted those. So we'll see how that looks once it dries, but yeah, I'll order some more paint and I'll do the other one, and I'll show you guys maybe in a later video how the whole interior looks once it's done. But for now, I mean, I think you guys get the idea that you can paint the interior panels. And don't forget, you know, you can paint all your interior panels, even the plastics. Like this is all dusty, but like even the plastics, you know, the interior plastics, wherever they mount, these can also be painted. The same procedure. You just wipe it, paint it, and you know, you can make your whole car look a different color. Especially if it's the brown. The brown is the worst, especially after it sits for 40 years and gets all crusty and it just doesn't look right. But you can, if you wanted to keep it brown, you can just buy the brown Landau paint, try to match it up, you know, go on Amazon or wherever and see if you can find that same paint, but in a similar shade of brown, and then just refresh your brown, you know, make it look better. You could do that too. So yeah, lots of possibilities. I just wanted to go with black because I just think it looks way better. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll check y'all later.